All right, so by now you would have heard the verdict of the Julius Malema firearms case. He was found guilty, but there's been some rumbles, some interesting things said after the verdict was given. I would like to go through the aftermath of how Julius reacted, and I think you're gonna find this very interesting. So stick around, let's get into it. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Newsflash. I'm your host, Emilio. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so before we get into what I want to talk about today, let's just have a look very quickly at the moment the verdict was given.
You may stand up, accused 1 and 2. Accused 1, in respect of counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you are found guilty as charged. Accused 2, Mr. Snyman, in respect of counts 4 and 6, you are found not guilty and discharged. You may be seated.
Oh, sweet, sweet justice.
This is exactly what I've been waiting for. This is exactly, I don't mean to sound like Cat Williams, but this is exactly what I've been waiting for.
And before I get into my analysis of the situation, let's have a look at how Julius Malema and the EFF reacted to the news. First, we have a clip of Julius right outside the magistrate's court addressing his EFF supporters, and here's what he had to say.
As a revolutionary, going to prison or death is a badge of honor. We cannot be scared of prison. We cannot be scared to die for the revolution. So whatever they want to do, they must know we will never retreat from the ideas and the 7 cardinal pillars of the EFF. At the center of those is to expropriate land without compensation.
What the hell?
This is very dangerous rhetoric, right? Because this is communism. This is exactly what Hitler used to do. He used to speak to his people in the exact same way. We must fight. We must not be afraid of dying and not be afraid of prison. And this very, very dangerous rhetoric. So in other words, I don't think he's learned much of a lesson now that he's guilty. He's saying that, you know what? I'm guilty. They found me guilty. He's obviously, I'm going to show you in a moment how he's also blaming the courts for being racist, but he's also saying, whatever, man, it's a badge of honor. Let me go to prison. I will wear it like a badge of honor. Absolutely ridiculous.
So, comrades, you must not be deterred. We live here highly determined. We are going to fight this up until the Constitutional Court. We are coming on the 23rd of January for sentencing, and after sentencing, we will immediately put an appeal so that we can go to the higher court because we think a judgment is faulty.
And there you have it, Julius saying very publicly that they plan to appeal the verdict. And I think a lot of us suspected that. And who knows what's going to happen when Julius does appeal it, because obviously it's going to go to the Constitutional Court. And if the past is anything to go by, the Constitutional Court has not exactly been just. Let's just put it that way. Let's look at a statement that the EFF also put out. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole statement. I don't think it's necessary, but let's just look at this very brief paragraph that they wrote out. The EFF statement on judgment against CIC Malema on firearm trial. It is no surprise that the state has pursued this matter to this point, for there have always been coordinated attempts to discredit and sabotage the EFF and its leadership. From the moment CIC Malema and the EFF fearlessly confronted corruption in the highest offices, demanded land expropriation without compensation, and exposed the capture of the state by both local and global capital, the system has sought to silence him by any means necessary.
Bitch, please.
So what he's trying to say here is that the system's against him. The system's rigged. The system's like, oh, they're just after me. These racist people are after me. And I have to agree with what Natasha Huckfield said here. When they win, it's not captured. But when they lose, it's captured. Exactly. So I think a really problematic thing is that Julius Malema is on the GSC, which means that he gets to determine, you know, who's a judge, who's not a judge. And that's daunting, number one, for judges. Number two, if you have a judge that wants to, you know, just get better in his career or excel in his career, if he's on a panel of judges where they have to rule on a case that has to do with Julius, well, they're going to be hesitant to rule against him because they know that that can come with consequences. And that, to me, shows how captured, in some cases, not all cases, the justice system can be. It's unfair to have a politician with such amount of power, which is probably why Julius appeals all the time, because he knows that he will eventually get a judge that will be too scared to rule against him. And of course, Julius showing that he really doesn't care about anyone. He's gonna do what he does. He was singing the infamous Kill the Boer song after his speech.
Shoot to kill, Yamasa. Shoot to kill, kill him. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa, brr, pa.
You can't fix stupid.
And I think that last clip I showed you just demonstrates how Julius doesn't care. Julius knows he's going to get away with this. Julius knows he's going to be able to maybe use a gun again in public. Or maybe he won't. But he's definitely not going to see the inside of a jail cell. And that's kind of the point of this video. That's kind of what I wanted to point out with you guys, is that I don't think Julius Malema is going to see the inside of a jail cell. None of these politicians are held accountable like you and I are, you know, civilians, law-abiding civilians. You know, if any of us, law-abiding citizens, had done what Julius did, we would have been in a jail quicker than you could say gun. And it just goes to show you, and I think where this is going in my predictions here, that, you know, EFF's going to appeal this, the Constitutional Court's going to say, we don't want to touch it, and he's not going to see the inside of a jail cell. There will always be something that will keep him out of it. And again, rules for thee, not for me kind of situation. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you think that Julius is going to see the inside of a jail cell, or do you think he's going to get away with it? Or maybe he'll get a slap on the wrist and have to pay, some ridiculous fine that he can easily afford because he's well funded. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think about this. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to help me uncover the truth behind land grabs in South Africa, don't forget to go to the Back Buddy campaign and donate at least 50 Rand. If everybody donated 50 Rand, or at least 4,000 people donated 50 Rand, we would hit our goal. If you want to donate via EFT, those details are also in the description and pinned comment. You can find out more information on stolenground.co.za, and no matter which platform you're watching this episode on, don't forget to leave a like, drop a follow, or a subscribe, and share this video far and wide. I've got more content coming your way, and with all that being said, thanks for watching. Your Newsflash is in.